Hello, this is Atsushi, and this is Sashiko Story Volume 4, and today's topic is what is my motivation to share and teach Sashiko. Again, I am not still good at this video filming, so I am gonna use this script that I wrote. It is super difficult to do the video filming in the second language. I probably can do that without script in Japanese, which I haven't tried, but please bear with me. I will get better over time, I hope. And here is my story. So I was born in a family that operates Sashiko business in Japan. Since I was a child, Sashiko was always around me. And Sashiko existed in my ordinary days. I was told several times, from time to time, that Sashiko is not something I get taught by somebody. It is something I learn by observing or looking at the craftsman's hand. So the workshop contents I provide right now is not something I was taught when I was a child. So there's a little bit of core, a little bit of my passion, a little bit of my philosophy in that workshop that I would like to share today. I developed the Sashiko workshop with talking many participants with the request, with the questions and stuff like that. So it is now, I can say that I'm confident to kind of surprise you, or at least I'm not gonna disappoint you with my workshop and then following online workshop. Little bit about myself. Little bit about myself. After studying in the U.S. to avoid my family business, I met a lot of good people in my 20s, and I learned that Sashiko can be a support or a help for some people. So when I was a little kid, as you can imagine, to be born in a Sashiko family with business, I thought Sashiko was something uncool. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to take over the business. I was not actually proud of it. Now, after those great meetings with many good people, which changed my life, I'm confident that Sashiko can be somebody's help, as well as Sashiko probably can remind us something we may have forgotten in this society. Sashiko is very simple form of stitching. It's really simple. However, there's more aspects of Sashiko that I can and I like to share, which can be applied to our life in 2019 and 2018. It is about how human, the Japanese back then, maintained their ordinary days with needle and fabric and thread. So I would like to share how enjoyable the days can be with Sashiko and teach you how to maximize your Sashiko experience. If you're hooked to Sashiko already, I would like to help you by sharing how we can maximize that. So here is what you can expect to learn from me. For the workshop materials and what you can learn, what you can expect to learn from the workshop, I have another quick video about it, but here is pretty much what I like. Here is the summary of what you can expect from me. So you can expect to learn pretty much everything about Sashiko, especially those Sashiko with running stitch. I do not personally practice koginzashi or hishizashi, so I cannot give you the workshop or specific workshop or tutorials, but I'm hoping that I can I'm hoping that I can collaborate with the friends in Japan who are specialized in kogin and hishizashi, and I can translate their language, Japanese to English, and introduce that as the whole package in the future. The best way to learn Sashiko from me is to come to the face-to-face workshop I offer in New York City. I can make sure that you get all of the materials and information I would like to provide by reading your face, feeling your frustration, feeling your accomplishment, and seeing the enjoyment together. This is, I don't know if this is a good news or bad news, but I am thinking to reduce the frequency of the Sashiko workshop opportunities in 2019. This is because I would like to focus on the contents on the website and the YouTube videos like this, and more importantly, I would like to develop the online Sashiko workshop for those who cannot travel to the New York City or US. So thanks to many people who answered my questionnaire form online for the online workshop, I learned that the best way to offer the online workshop is to make the downloadable or on-demand materials with considering the time differences and our busy days. It is the best way to make it available whenever you have time you can study, you can learn Sashiko. However, the online workshop is in the stage of development yet. I don't know how to support you and I'm not 100% sure if I can deliver the 100% satisfaction. So for those who can, those are workshop for those who cannot travel to the USA or New York City. So if you live in Manhattan or Brooklyn area, please consider joining the Sashiko stitching workshop. For that workshop, I am pretty confident that I can provide the eye-opening experience for you. So the workshop is not about the stitching together time with the specific patterns together. It's like a learning process. I have a structure to teach you what is the posture and what is the technique to do the Sashiko running stitch. You can read many reviews on my web, but the workshop is more like providing another sewing technique, and it will be the learning experience instead of stitching together time. So the last workshop, the final workshop in 2018 is coming next weekend, December 8th and December 9th. After that, as I said, probably I have no plan yet for the 2019 yet. Okay? So why do I teach Sashiko? I mean, I don't have to, technically speaking, teach Sashiko, but why do I do that? There are many reasons, but the most important message I would like to deliver today is that it is pretty simple. It's very enjoyable. Teaching Sashiko and sharing Sashiko is very enjoyable. I simply like to share the enjoyment of Sashiko and upcycling and repurposing what we have. The best part of Sashiko is doing it together and then bringing back to the fabric, to the house, and talking to the fabric in the within your own space, and then bring it back to the community and then talk about it together. I think that's what Japanese people did in a lot of time ago. But that's the kind of the enjoyment of Sashiko, I feel. So the process takes a lot longer than purchasing a piece of fabric. If you need a carton, you don't have to, like, you can go to the a interior shop and get a carton. Instead, we try to repurpose, upcycle what we have and to make new things. In that long process, we can think of a lot of things. The more we spend the time in one fabric with stitching, the more memories we can think of. For example, memories from those used fabric in the process of upcycling and repurposing, and also you can think of the future of that fabric by creating it, in the process of creating it. I call it a bit of caring. Like, we kind of care to that. We care how the fabric became unusable and repurposing it, and then you can kind of think about and care about how it's going to be in the future. And it's kind of a hard thing to find in the society. It is very precious to put the kind of feeling in it, caring in it. So I call Sashiko as the caring stitching. That's the reason behind it. So Sashiko takes a lot of time to proceed. It is hand stitching after all. It's not gonna be machine stitching like blah, blah, blah. However, I would like you to learn how the Japanese created so much Sashiko stitching in the limited time and resources a few hundred years ago by you learning the posture and technique so-called unshin, which means moving needle. So Sashiko is not about one stitch. I probably have said that in the previous story or somewhere else. But Sashiko is not about making one stitch. It is about the stitches and patterns you enjoy with moving the needle. So it is my pleasure to teach Sashiko's basic and core so that you can enjoy Sashiko more with the same posture, same culture, same technique as the Japanese in a few hundred years ago did. You can check the photos on my website how my alumni or student, or I call them friends, who took the workshop already, and they have been applying the Sashiko stitching to their own project beautifully and nicely. So, here's a bit of sample today. My mother, Keiko Tatsuya, stayed in the US for 10 days. She went back to Japan last Monday. It was eventful 10 days, we had a Thanksgiving dinner and stuff like that. In that eventful days, she accomplished this much borrow, probably within 10 hours, probably less. She left this for me to complete with more Sashiko stitching. But this is the speed we enjoy Sashiko stitching with caring. Again, still 10 hours of stitching. The 10 hours is long time, right, for the stitching. But at the same time, we can make this much pieces by just 10 hours. I mean, she is good, so I'm not gonna say you should be able to do that within 10 hours or so. It's not a competition, by the way. It's not a competition. However, learning how to move your learning the posture and move your hand, you can speed up the stitching. So Sashiko can be fun. Sashiko is very enjoyable even without learning the posture or unshin technique. You don't have to learn that. However, what I want to say is that it's gonna maximize it. It might increase the enjoyment of the Sashiko stitching by speeding up the stitching and also making more accurate stitching. So Sashiko can be more enjoyable simply because you can enjoy more Sashiko if you can stitch fast, right? Alright, so to share this enjoyment on top of the technique, culture and tradition is my motivation to share and teach Sashiko. So many people are hooked to Sashiko after my workshop, so please consider that. Please wait for an update. As I said, I will make the videos so that you can take it whenever you like to. So that's going to be an online Sashiko workshop with video materials. And if you live in New York City, please consider participating in the face-to-face workshop. I will not disappoint you. God, my voice is gone. I will keep sharing Sashiko by updating the web, more videos with stories, keep broadcasting on Instagram and YouTube, and pretty much doing this. This is going to be my life work. It's my mission in this life. Alright, thank you so much for listening, and then I'll see you next story. Bye.